Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another video day, and today the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Green Bay Packers 22-10 in the NFL wild card round. Yeah, interesting game. Philly wins 22-10. Their offense wasn't very good in this one. Saquon was terrific in this game, but that's been the case for all season. Devontae Smith had a really solid game, mainly a really solid second half for Devontae Smith. His offense got off to a great start in the first quarter, had a terrible second. Most of the third quarter were really bad, but bounced back in the fourth. But, the Eagles won. And I think their defense and Saquon Barkley is why they're walking away as winners in this game. So great job by Saquon and the defense. And Devontae Smith was pretty big in this one too. Dallas Goedert had a great touchdown catch. Great win for Philadelphia. We'll see who they play. Whoever the highest seed remaining will play the Lions, and then whoever the other team is will play the Eagles. So, for instance, if Washington and Tampa Bay are tied at halftime right now. If Washington wins, Washington will go to Detroit, and the winner of tomorrow night's game between Minnesota and LA will be going to Philly. And we're going to go to the fact if Tampa wins tonight, that kind of makes it interesting, because if Tampa wins tonight, then Tampa would go to Philadelphia, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Tampa would go to Philadelphia, and the winner of tomorrow night's game would go to Detroit. All right, enough of that. Let's get to the scoring summary. 22-10 is the final score. Jahan Dotson with an 11-yard touchdown reception from Jalen Hurts. That's Jahan Dotson's first touchdown as an Eagle. Jake Elliott with 31-yard field goal to make it 10-0 in the first. Then Brandon McManus with a 26-yarder to make it 10-3 in the third quarter. No scores in the second. Jalen Hurts to Dallas Goedert for 24 yards. Unbelievable catch by Dallas Goedert, and to get away from the tackle. And the extra point is no good, 16-3. Josh Jacobs puts it in for a 1-yard touchdown run, which the run before that he had was amazing. McManus makes the kick at 16-10. Jake Elliott makes a 30-yarder and a 32-yarder to finish the game, and the Eagles win 22-10. Jordan Love threw 20 for 33, 212 passing yards, 3 picks. Jalen Hurts did not throw the ball much at all, which has been the story this year for the Eagles since they averaged 21 pass attempts per game. And Jalen got right at that number at 21, 13 for 21, 131 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 18 carries, 81 rushing yards, and a touchdown. Saquon, 25 carries, 119 rushing yards. Receiving yards, Jaden Reed, 4 receptions, 46 receiving yards. Devontae Smith, 4 receptions, 55 receiving yards. Let's go over some other stats real quick. Jalen Hurts ran for 36. Kenneth Gainwell ran for 14. Jordan Love only ran for 10 yards. Tucker Kraft. Interesting how they do the tush push with the tight end, or as Tom Brady referred to it this game, the other tush. Which that's not. I mean, if the Packers continue to do that next year, I'm gonna think about Tom Brady's calling it the other tush every time I see the Tucker Kraft sneak or tush push. But they ran that 2 times and got 10 yards. One of them they ran for 8 yards on it. That's actually pretty successful. I mean, I don't know. Jalen Hurts tush push is pretty good, but Tucker Kraft and what the Packers have with that other tush push it was pretty successful, especially the fact that they got 8 yards on one of them. The other one they got 2, and they ran both of them on 4th down. Emmanuel Wilson ran for 6 yards. Jaden Reed had 46 receiving yards. After that, Josh Jacobs had 40 receiving yards. And Tavion Wicks had 39 receiving yards. And Tucker Kraft had 26 receiving yards. Here was the most important part of this game for the Packers, which was their wide receivers getting hurt. Jaden Reed got hurt. Romeo Doubs got hurt. That's really tough for this Packers team. It's not what you want to see. Fumbles, there was a lot of them. One fumble, which was lost by Keyshawn Nixon to start off this game, was recovered by Jeremiah Trotter Jr., which I think was a bad hit, was a hit to the head. I think there should have been a flag called. There should have been an unnecessary roughness called there. It wasn't. That was literally at kickoff of the game. Josh Jacobs fumbled, and so did So did Sean Ryan, and Tucker Kraft and Jordan Love both recovered those fumbles. So the only lost fumble was the right at the start of the game. Defensive stats, Quay Walker led them with 8 tackles to Green Bay. They had 2 sacks, half a sack for Isaiah McDuffie, half a sack for Kobe Wooden, and then 1 sack for Sean Gary, and then 2 sacks for the Eagles, both for Nolan Smith Jr. 3 interceptions. Darius Slay had an interception, then got hurt shortly after. Quinion Mitchell had an interception at the end of the game, and Zach Bond had an interception, which he returned for 16 yards. So this Eagles defense dominated, recovered a fumble, had 3 interceptions, so absolutely dominating for the Eagles, and they get the 22-10 win. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section, and peace out.